All right, here is a much anticipated video review. I've been looking forward to this one for TransArt's Skateboard Gorilla. And as you can see, it is a updated Transmetal Optimal Optimus, not Optimal Optimus, just Optimus Primal. And it does have some improvements, as well as it's a little larger. It's upsized from the original. Yeah, you can see, very nice. All the details are cool. Shiny, as one would expect. Arm articulation is more or less the same as the old figure, although you'll notice he does now have a ball joint in his head and his neck, so he can turn and look around, as well as look up in gorilla mode. He's not stuck looking down in a fixed pose like the original one was. The legs are pretty much the same. The feet do peg into the back here, but for the most part, the legs are unchanged. He's still got the waist swivel. But the arms, you can see the fingers are all individually articulated. The thumb's on a ball joint here. The index finger has two hinges, and then the last three are singular, or all together, but they do have a hinge in the middle and a hinge at the hand as well. So yeah, just a quick little overview. You've seen Transmetal Optimus, you know what you're looking at. Now he does have some swappable faces. You can pop out. It takes a little effort to get it going. But you can swap out, well, I guess you can just pop his head off too. Inside that, there's a little helmet here. You got to get the inside face off. You really got to do it from above. Why are you jammed in there so tight? Because the robot face is not quite as difficult to get this off. Let me see if I can't pry this apart here with my spudger. Use a soft spudger because you don't want to scratch that metal plastic. There we go. Well, thought I had it started there. Come on. Okay, we're going to pause for a second. Alrighty, we've done it. We got the face off. I'll plug this back onto the ball joint here. So you can see there's a little tab here on the back, and then a couple little slot tabs right here that fit in these slots that hold the face on. But you've got a couple different faces. There's his kind of neutral face. He's got a slightly smiling face. I don't know if you can see the mouth there. It's a little reflective. But a slightly smiley face, and then kind of an angry grr face with some teeth showing. And you can just pop those, either one of those. Wait, is this the new one? Yeah, it's the smiley face. But you just pop them in there. In that groove, get that little tab in. Actually, no, I'm not gonna plug it all the way in just so I can get it back off, but just so you can see the different faces. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's his grr face. He's angry. We'll just go ahead and leave that one on. Also, it came packaged with this little microfiber cloth with the TransArt logo and some QR codes on it. So you can polish if you get any fingerprints on the vac metal. You can wipe it off, that was a nice little addition to have it come with it. There you go. He has the same basic transformation to his hovercraft mode. Now, one thing that I'm a little sad about is his gun has a light-up effect inside there, and but it does not hold these as weapons. You can't really. I don't think you can plug that in. Oh, you can. So you can plug that in there, but you can't really. You can't shoot it like you could with the old toy. And it doesn't. It doesn't attach to. Oh, there is a clip here. You can attach it to his hip. But that's not how it does. But it doesn't flip up just onto his hip like the old one did for the hoverboard mode. You bring this down, untab the foot, fold this little panel up into there. But this fold this back up. This basically connects the same way that the old original one does. You fold this out, you connect these two little posts together here underneath, and then you got a hoverboard monkey here. Oh, that came out of the clip. So clip that in, get the legs positioned properly. You can twist him, and you don't even have to twist him all the way, because now that he's got the ball joint in the head, he can kind of twist like that. And then whichever way you have him facing on the hoverboard, you can have him go in either direction. The post plugs in here. And again, if you want, you can use the light up effect. But what's really cool is you get some kind of like the or for Cybertron blast effects. You get 2 sets of each of these 3 pieces. So here's one of the individual pieces that you can use individually, or you can combine them to form one solid blast, or how you could probably put a couple of them together to make some different effects. But you can plug this into the gun, and when you turn that on, then you get a really cool kind of glowing effect there in the blast effect. So you can have him kind of zooming along on his jet-powered hoverboard, which is cool. Turn that light off. And again, the transformation here to robot mode is not all that different. There's a little bit of different here in the backpack, but for the most part, it's the same as the old toy. You just pop these open, go ahead and fold that down, and bring the leg around like that, and same over here. Fold the pipes down. There's those done. Go ahead and rotate them around at the waist. These panels open up like this, and lift them up over the head. And then you split the torso apart. And what's nice is that instead of just the head flipping, this whole section rotates. So he's got transmetal around his monkey head in gorilla mode, whatever. I know I said monkey. Everybody gets upset at me for that, but I like to call him monkey. And then he's got the natural collar here for his robot mode. And you fold this up. Now, this is what I was talking about. These panels right here, these posts, to make them wide enough to go around his waist, these inner posts rotate. So you want to rotate them back up to vertical. They're folded out to the side. And then you can fold these around. These are on ball joints now. And you can bring this whole thing down and forward and up onto his shoulders like the old toy. Flip those down to form his shoulder pauldrons. And then bring his arms down, rotate them around. And then you just got to open up the... see if we can't lift this up just a smidge to get him all the way in camera. You open up the arms vertically, this way. Now, when you fold this up, you'll see where the thumb, there's just enough clearance in here for that thumb to pass through. So whatever side the thumb is on the hand in the arm, make sure when you fold this arm up, fold it up so that thumb matches. Because when you push this through, there's a gap for the thumb. I guess you can go like that way. But one side has a decent gap for the thumb, so when you push it through, it fits through that gap. And then you just close this back up. And rotate his hand out. And again, you get the same ball joint thumb and the same finger articulation as you did in alt mode. And then same over here. Oh, wait, no, fold that up. Fold that up. Rotate so the thumb's facing the right way. And push it around and through. And clip everything back together. And there you go. And like I said, if you want, you can flip down this little holster and attach his gun to his hip there, just like the old toy. And real quick, just to show the comparison, there he is with the original. Actually, this is the Japanese version, but the original Transmetal Optimus, or Transmetal Optimus Primal. I'm going to get that right. It's late. I just want to say Optimus Primal. But you can see it's essentially the same toy with the exception of like a little bit more articulation. Again, the same situation here. Instead of just the swivel head, he does have a ball joint at the neck, although his big helmet kind of interferes with that a little bit. But all the same articulation in the arms, the extra articulation in the feet. The feet do have ankle tilt now, and all of that good stuff. But just to show you, there we go, we've shown that off. He also has a couple of extra faces here. You pop, you can see it's inside the helmet. You got to kind of pull the helmet off. You pull the front plate off, and then you pull the face out, and you can give him either, again, a slightly happier face compared to his stoic included face. I'll go ahead and put that back on so he looks like that. Or you can also, if you want him to match his original toy a little bit better, you can give him a kind of growly face. Oop, come on, let's get you all back together. Take you in, take you on. And again, there is with the original toy. He can hold his gun in his hand. There's a little tab in either hand that you can see the slot there in the handle. And again, if you want to just use a thin blast effect, you can do that. Have it glow there. Now his hand doesn't. It does like to come off the peg a little bit easy, especially if you're wrestling it for the glow effects. But here it is with the full blast effect. But if you're not messing with it and wiggling it, he holds it fairly securely. But it's not the tightest connection here. Somebody's in trouble. I hear them cops. Anyway, also this can come up over his head, just like on the old toy. And you can give him the kind of gun platform. Oh, that's close. Somebody probably had a heart attack from too much turkey. I shouldn't joke about that. I hope everybody is okay. It could be a noise complaint. But there it is with that. These do come off. You can, like I said, you can pop these off of here, and you can kind of get him to hold them, but he doesn't have like his fingers will hold them as clubs, but you can't actually, they don't actually peg in to his hand the way the gun does, which is a little, would have been nice if they'd done that. It's like I said, it's also a little bit of a shame that you can't, I get why they did it, and I do like, I think the light up blast effect, especially in hoverboard mode, really works. It's just, it's a shame that like you can't do like the old toy and shoot the little mace. I get it. Like I said, you can if you want. If you want to just give him a longer rifle, you can plug it in like that and kind of give him that kind of gun if that's your thing. But yeah, they're just kind of decorative. They don't work quite as functionally as the old toy did. Also, something I forgot to mention, we'll go ahead and turn him back into the hover mode, but you can see he's got a little peg back here because he comes with this really nice stand that will help support him in a lot of different ways. That's probably not the best way of doing this. Probably want to flip that around the other way now that I think about it. But, all right, come on. But yeah, we'll do that in hoverboard mode. But you get two of these stand pieces, two of these short pieces, two of these long pieces, and several of these nice little ratchets that lock in place, and then to change them, you don't have to pull them apart like a lot of them. You just push this button in, and then click it to the next position, and it's got a few different positions you can lock it into. I'm going to turn him back into his hoverboard mode, and we'll show off the stand, because that's where it really shines, not so much in robot mode. And here's the stand in action. You can see he's kind of hovering there on his stand there. Now, I have found like he's heavy enough that you don't want to really... I moved it down to one connection. If you start putting maybe two short ones would work, but I found that like there's just enough wobble in these locked positions that if you have two, he really starts to bend the stand. But if you want to have him hovering there in gorilla mode, you can do that. So yeah, there he is. There is Skateboard Gorilla. I'm pretty happy with him. Like I like the look. I like the upscale from the old original toy, and I would like to get I hope they do a Transmetal Megatron in this scale as well to match, because that would be fantastic. Definitely worth picking up. I'm happy with it. TransArt Skateboard Gorilla.